It's to one thing. We have about half an hour left for the pre-opening rates to kick in, and Biocon is one stock that is definitely in focus. The company, remember, has appointed Peter Bains as the group CEO to drive synergistic growth. So there is someone new at the helm. In his new role, Bains will report directly to Biocon Group Chairperson Kiran Mazumdar. And in fact, we have the management with us. We're joined by Biocon's Executive Chairperson Kiran Mazumdar and the new group CEO itself, Peter Bains, who joins in. Ms. Shaw, let me start with you first, and thank you for being with us on the channel. What is the strategy behind appointing a group CEO for Biocon?
Let me start by saying that the combined value of the Biocon group is tremendous. And we believe that right now, whilst each of our businesses are being valued, the synergistic value of our three businesses is not being recognized. We also believe that since each one of these businesses is at an inflection point of very high growth, we believe that the tailwinds that the synergy can provide is even greater in terms of growth opportunities. So I think this is a very important time where I felt that it was very important to bring someone like Peter who can pull it all together. Peter, as you know, comes with a lot of rich global experience, but more importantly, he knows the Biocon group very well. As you know, he was on the Biocon board, and because of this role, he has basically had to step down as an independent director and take on this very exciting role. So I think that is the real rationale of how do we basically bring the true recognition of Biocon Group and the value of the Biocon Group, because we are all rooted in deep science and technology. And of course, because of that, we have great capabilities which have been leveraging off each other. Whether it's R&D, whether it's manufacturing technologies, and now, of course, it's the commercial opportunity that also can be synergized. So I think that's what it's all about, and I think we'll get into this discussion in greater depth. But I hope I provided you with the right reason for why we did this.
No, that is helpful, ma'am. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, Peter. What is your vision and role as Group CEO, and what's the game plan to going on and achieving it?
Let me first say I'm very happy to be rejoining Biocon, and as Kiran's outlined, at such an exciting stage in the group's evolution, with all three of the principal business verticals poised for periods of very dynamic growth. I really build on what Kiran has said, that the businesses, while having discrete opportunities, have a lot of commonalities and complementarities that run right from the beginning point of science and technologies that are employed through manufacturing, through processes and the ways in which the organizations work, right the way through to the marketplace in commonalities, for example, in therapeutic area focus like diabetes, oncology, and immunology. So I'm very excited to be rejoining the group. I think I can hit the ground running. I'm quite familiar with the group's operations and very familiar with the business CEOs who I'm looking forward to working with, really to evolve and optimize strategy to ensure that we can maximize the business potential that all of the businesses have and create and capture value right across the group stakeholder and shareholders.
Well, congratulations, Peter, on your role and the comeback that you're making. Well, I wanted to understand, what would your top strategic priorities be, say, for the next 1, 3, 5 years as Group CEO?
Well, I think, first of all, it will be to work with the CEOs on strategy, on refining and evolving strategy, on determining where the levers are to optimize and maximize synergies and complementarities, and to ensure that delivers in potential realization at all levels in the businesses and across the group. And I think those themes will play through immediately in the midterm and the long term.
Okay, Ms. Shaw, how will the decision-making work across entities now with someone, with Peter at the helm? Which decisions will, say, rest exclusively with the group CEO, and what will your role be like?
Well, I think CEOs will have autonomy at the business level for sure. And as you know, Peter will be reporting directly to me and to the board of Biocon. And, obviously, we will look at group synergies. So wherever there are group synergies which need to be delivered and leveraged, that's where we will work with the CEOs to ensure that it is executed at their individual business levels. But when it comes to individual CEOs, certainly they are, autonomous. They can run their businesses, independently and obviously do what's right for their individual businesses. But we seriously believe that there are synergies between these businesses. For example, if you look at the capacities that we've created across the group, there will be an opportunity to utilize idle capacity across the group, which we are not doing very effectively at this point in time.
Right. Now, ma'am, is this a part of a succession plan that the company has?
Certainly not. This is a strategic responsibility. I think Peter, as I mentioned, comes with a lot of experience and familiarity in terms of the Biocon Group operations and its strategy. And I think this is a way to really make sure that in the next few years, we really focus on that strategy. Right now, we have got each one of the individual businesses focused on their own growth prospects, their own growth strategies. But we believe we are missing the group synergy strategy, which I think Peter will actually deliver.
Well, Mr. Shaw, what is the eventual plan with the company when it comes to this restructuring? The thought has been that Biocon will eventually become a holding company for the rest of the businesses. Could you guide us on how you're viewing it?
I don't think we can guide on any of these questions because it's too early. I mean, we brought in, Peter to really look at strategy. And we can't be telling you upfront what that strategy is because it has to evolve over at least 6 months for sure. So there's no way we can basically guide on such matters. But needless to say that I think each one of our businesses is something very special, very unique. As I mentioned, each one of them is at a very, poised at a very high growth inflection point. And I think, we should leave it to individual CEOs to also play a very important role in guiding for all this. So I don't think we at this point in time can answer such questions. I think you have to basically understand that we need to basically, demonstrate the synergies that we can deliver across the group. And, that is what we will be focusing on. I think there is a lot of, synergies that are not yet being addressed across the group, and we want to address them.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ms. Shaw and Peter, for joining in, and all the best, Peter, with your new role. We hope to speak to you again very soon on CNBC TV 18. Let's slip in.